What if almost everything you were taught about karma was incomplete? Most people hear the word karma and immediately think, if I do something bad will happen to me. A cosmic punishment, a spiritual scorecard, some invisible force waiting to reward or punish every action. But Buddhism teaches something far deeper, and once you truly understand it, you may never look at your life the same way again. Because karma is not simply about what happens to you, it is about who you become. And maybe, right now, without realizing it, your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, and your silent choices are shaping the person you will be tomorrow. Take a slow breath. For the next few minutes, forget the noise of the world. Forget your notifications. Forget your stress. Forget your race against time. Because this is not just a video, this is a journey. A journey through Buddhism, through inner peace, through ancient wisdom, and through truths that may completely change the way you see yourself. And by the end, you may discover that karma was never your enemy. It was your teacher. Imagine a farmer. He plants seeds into the earth. Some seeds become beautiful trees. Some become flowers. Some never grow at all. Now ask yourself, when did the tree truly begin? Did it begin when the fruit appeared? No. It began the moment the seed entered the soil. Buddhism says karma works in the same way. Every thought, every word, every action, they are seeds, and over time they grow. Not because the universe is trying to punish you, but because actions naturally create patterns. A person who practices anger plants anger. A person who practices kindness plants peace. Not magically, not instantly, but slowly, quietly, like seeds beneath the ground. And here's the part many people miss. Karma is not mainly about your future. Karma is happening now, right now. If you spend every day comparing yourself to others, you create suffering. If every morning starts with anxiety and fear, you create a mental world filled with tension. If every moment is filled with resentment, you slowly become a prisoner of your own emotions. And this is where Buddhism becomes incredibly powerful, because it tells us, you are not trapped. You can plant different seeds. Starting today, the Buddha understood something modern society often forgets. Most human suffering does not come from life itself. It comes from attachment. Attachment to expectations, attachment to control, attachment to people, attachment to outcomes. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I become rich. I'll be happy when people respect me. I'll be happy when life finally becomes perfect. But perfection never arrives. And so we keep running, always chasing, always wanting, always searching, like a thirsty person drinking salt water. The more they drink, the thirstier they become. And today, perhaps more than ever, humanity suffers from this endless chasing. We chase attention, we chase validation, we chase approval, we chase success, and then one day we look around and realize we forgot how to simply be alive. There is an old Taoist story. A man looked at a river and asked, "How does the water move so effortlessly?" The wise master replied, "Because water does not fight." Think about that. Water does not force. Water does not struggle. Water flows. Taoism teaches something beautiful. Life becomes heavy when we constantly fight reality. We resist change. We resist pain. We resist uncertainty. But reality keeps moving, like a river. And perhaps peace is not found by controlling the river. Perhaps peace comes from learning how to flow with it. Buddhism and Taoism meet here. Both whisper the same truth. Stop fighting every moment. You don't need to control everything. You don't need every answer today. Sometimes healing begins when resistance ends. Think about your own life. How much suffering comes not from events, but from your thoughts about events? Someone ignores your message. You feel rejected. Someone criticizes you. You feel broken. Something goes wrong. You immediately think, why does this always happen to me? But Buddhism asks us a very strange question. What if suffering is not always inside the event? What if suffering often lives inside our interpretation? because two people can face the same storm. One becomes bitter, the other becomes wiser. The storm was identical, only the mind was different. Now this does not mean pain isn't real. Pain is real. Loss is real. Heartbreak is real. Buddhism never denies suffering. Instead, it teaches us not to become suffering, because there is a difference. You can experience sadness without becoming sadness. You can experience failure without becoming a failure. You can experience darkness without believing darkness is all you are. And that truth can change everything. Many people secretly believe, I made mistakes. I ruined my life. I wasted my years. Maybe you feel that too. Maybe there are moments you wish you could erase. Decisions, regret, people you trusted, opportunities you lost. But listen carefully. Buddhism teaches that every moment is new. Every breath is a beginning. The past exists as memory, but the next action, the next thought, the next choice, that remains unwritten. Imagine carrying heavy stones in a backpack every day. Years pass. You become exhausted. Then someone asks, why are you still carrying them? And suddenly you realize, you forgot you were allowed to put them down. Some people spend their entire lives carrying guilt, carrying anger, carrying shame, carrying old identities. But Buddhism gently asks, what if you let go? Not because what happened was okay, not because pain was fair, but because carrying it forever is slowly destroying your peace. Forgiveness does not always free the other person. Sometimes forgiveness frees you. And here is another hidden truth about karma. The person you repeatedly become becomes your destiny. Think carefully. If every day you practice gratitude, you become more grateful. If every day you practice compassion, you become more compassionate. If every day you practice fear, you become fear itself. Small actions become habits. Habits become identity. Identity becomes life. So ask yourself, what seeds am I planting every day? Fear? Anger? Jealousy? Or peace? Modern life teaches us to move faster. Wake up. Work. Scroll. Stress. Repeat. Faster. 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 But the soul moves differently. The soul understands silence. The soul understands stillness. And perhaps this is why so many people feel empty today. Because they have learned how to move, but forgotten how to stop. Take a moment. Right now, breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. Notice something. For a brief second, nothing was missing. In that breath, there was no competition, no comparison, no future, no past. Only this moment, only now. The Buddha often pointed people back to the present, because life happens here, not yesterday, not tomorrow, here. And strangely, the present moment is where peace has always been waiting. Maybe karma isn't a system of rewards and punishments. Maybe karma is simply this. You become what you practice. You become what you repeatedly feed. You become what you choose every day. And if that is true, then your future is not hopeless. Because every sunrise gives you new seeds, new choices, new beginnings. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself, what kind of person am I becoming? What am I feeding inside my mind? What seeds am I planting? And perhaps more importantly, what can I let go of? Because peace may not arrive when life becomes perfect. Peace may arrive when you stop demanding perfection. Remember, you do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need to carry every burden. You do not need to win every battle. Sometimes growth is quiet. Sometimes healing is invisible. Sometimes karma is simply the small choices nobody sees. And maybe, after hearing all of this, you will realize you are not being punished by life. You are learning from it, slowly, patiently, like a seed becoming a tree. Take a breath, be gentle with yourself, and remember, the life you are creating tomorrow begins with the thoughts you plant today. Peace isn't something you find in the world, it's something you discover within yourself. If today's teaching made you feel something deeper or taught you something meaningful, don't forget to subscribe. Stay with Echo of Buddhists.